Unless another falconer wants him. Alright, let's try some hood training. Good baby. Yeah. That's it. Come on. There you go. There you go. Really done. Yeah. That's it. That's my good guy. That's my guy. There we go. Good guy. There. Now, you can see how I shorten the jesses up so they have a little more control over the bird. And then just very slowly and gently move the hood towards the bird until he would accept it. And I'll do this some more here so that he gets used to it. There we go. There we go. That's it. There you go. And then we'll do it some more. Let's keep doing it. Easy, big guy. There we go. And you notice I'm not cinching the hood up. I am pushing the head into the sear in there. And by the way, speaking of sears, I don't know if you can see or not very well, but this little rascal has been definitely eating birds because his sear is a bright yellow for such a young bird. Easy now. Easy now. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. There you go. Get up there. Yeah. And of course, this is the ideal time to hood any hawk. This is when they're just trying to sort things out, not real sure about things. They are preoccupied with what's going on around them, so it makes it easier to hood. If you wait longer, where after they've kind of settled in, then it's a different story because they're more comfortable and of course more willing to try to avoid the hood. So now's the time. And I will do this every day until, I don't need to do it anymore. The bird's in good condition, feather-wise. I don't see anything wrong. I don't see any fret marks on these feathers. Look good to me. Aside from being a bit down, I think he's in good health, and that's how I intend to keep him. There you go, bud. There you go, bud. Yeah. How about that? How about that? It's not that bad, is it? Come on. Get up there now. Get up there. Get up there. There we go. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. So I'll do this about 10 times. 10 or 12. This is a hood. It's funny, you know, I made a bunch of hoods over the years and hung on to them. So I got a big old satchel in there full of these hoods. And thank God, because this was the only hood that I had that fit this bird. And I don't know, I must have made this back in the 80s. So it came in and it came to use after all these years. Now, you know, hooding a bird, unlike calling it to the fist, training it to come to the fist and all that sort of stuff, where you're giving it positive reinforcement through the food, you're conditioning it to come to you for the food and whatnot. Hooding is a different story, obviously, right? I mean, this is something that you're not really rewarding them for. So it's just kind of a matter of resignation. They just ultimately, I think, kind of resign themselves to the hood rather than anything else. Now, some folks claim that you can teach a bird to hood by using positive reinforcement. And I saw a video not too long ago of a falconer, and I forget who it was at this point in time, but anyway, he was hood training a falcon who had become hood shy. And he was doing it by feeding the bird. He was doing it through food. And it worked. The only thing is, you know, this was a bird, this was not a freshly trapped bird that you were trying to not only teach it to take the hood, but also to gain some sort of rapport with the bird. It was a bird that had been, I don't know the whole story behind it, but certainly not one that was taken freshly out of the wild. So you could get away with feeding a bird like that, you know, giving him, he was, as I recall, giving him fairly good chunks of food in order to get him to, you know, accept the hood, which as I say, he was successful at. But with a passage bird, where you're normally trying to take weight out of them, and I don't think that would work very well. I really don't. But then, I'm not an expert on that sort of conditioning, so I don't know. There we go. And that's another thing too, as you may have noticed, if they struggle when you're trying to hood them, you got to watch their tail, of course. because that gets involved, as you may have seen that last time. All right, buddy. We'll do one more. How's that? Okay? Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, hey, where am I, Bill? Where am I, Bill? Where am I, Bill? All right, let's take it off. And then what I'm going to do now, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure she'll eat. But I do want to hood her for a while. All right, bud. That's my girl. That's my girl. There we go. Now, nothing else. She's doing well in terms of the hood. That's it. There we go. That's it. So I'm really surprised, really surprised. And I'm kind of bummed, really. It's not a bigger bird. All right, all right. I got you. I got you. Calm down. Here. There you go. So, there you go. Well, maybe I'll be lucky to get another one. I made me a one of those box traps. Mine's a little bit different, I think, than what people have made, in the sense that it's not 4x2, it's 2x2. A little smaller hole, I think, than what folks have been doing. Mine's like 4.5 inches in diameter. I think when you have a shorter box trap, you gotta probably narrow that hole down a little bit. But it's certainly big enough, I think, for a determined Cooper's like this to get in there. Anyway, I have it set out in my backyard here, or we'll see what happens. I'm using quail as bait. And, you know, maybe I'll be able to snag one that's a little bit larger than this. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be out of luck. The problem here is that, you know, we just don't have the game, and in the winter they all head south. It seems to me like the birds, so not a good deal. Calm down now. Easy, easy. What happened here? What kind of a bird are you? Huh? What kind of a bird are you? You're being naughty. You're being naughty. Come on now. There we go. Well, I was telling Harry McElroy that I'm just going to pack up and move in with him for the winter. He lives in a place that Man, talk about quail. Lots of quail. It's the quail hawker's paradise. Well, as you can see, we're definitely making progress on the hooding end of it. You know, I've never really, I hate to say this because it makes me, look like I have some sort of exceptional ability to hood or something, and I really don't. But I've not had a problem hooding these Coopers. I don't know why. As you can see, it's kind of a simple process. There's nothing, there's no trick involved or magic. But I do recognize that some of them, hawks in general, not just Coopers, but some hawks in general can be real obstinate when it comes to these hoods. I found that to be the case primarily in later birds. Here again, as some of you may know, I'm a big advocate of these early birds. And this is a good example. I mean, this is a bird that trapped in August. This is August, middle of August. August the hell date is it? The 18th today. So the 17th. You can get them that young. That's the time. I was what was it about? I've always been excited, or wanted, I should say, to get a soarhawk. That is, a bird that's still soaring around, flying around the nest. Coopers. Because I thought that would be ideal. Well, a friend of mine latched on to one of those this year, and it was a mess. He really struggled with that bird. He really did. So I don't know if I would want a soarhawk or not. I'm trying to make small talk, you understand? Because this is not very exciting. Of course, I don't know that my small talk's very exciting either. Yeah. Let's see, what else can I tell you? No, that's about it, I guess. Probably should quit this and start feeding if I'm going to do it. This leash was made by my pal Dion. He made me a bunch of these. The Jesses as well. They fit nicely for a small bird like this, or they work nicely, I should say. So, there you go. All right, one more there, rascal. Gotta make it a good one. No. going to do that. We're not going to do that. So, that's it. Now, what we'll do is get this rascal to eat, because small bird or not, it's down and away a bit. I just don't like the feel of that. So we'll keep her in the groceries there for a while. All right, there you go, bud. There you go.